Oh, now this consumes it. Oh, cool, cool. Well, let's see what happens when it finishes. Oh, I got a new skill point! Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Welcome back to Alchemy Factory, everybody. Today, we've got a pretty big project in mind. Or I've got a pretty big project in mind today. What I started on, this is our pulley setup. I think I showed this in the last episode. Excuse me, I'm a little under the weather today. Hopefully my voice isn't horrible, but anyways, so I started this. I showed this in the last episode, I'm pretty sure. All I really did, this is that pulley blueprint that I showed, and I just added a couple of nurseries on top because it needs flax to feed in to start making the fibers and turning that into rope and then turning that into gears. And for the wood for the gears, we're just pulling it off of this main line right here. The wood planks are coming from way back here, and it's feeding into the line at the bottom. I reworked the line a little bit. I am now putting silver coins on the line instead of copper coins. I think I showed that in the last episode as well. But we're trying to streamline everything for Jupiter. Let's see here. Oops, I need to research it first, right? I think I've got everything I need set up. Jupiter production. Let's start the research on this. It's made and it's crafted in the new... Oh, I haven't even placed one of these yet. Here it is, the new shaper. So what we're essentially going to have to do, it's got 6 inputs and 1 output. So I'm just going to place it down to get a good look at it. And I guess we have to set our recipe here, which we've not finished researching. But so we've got 1 output and then 6 inputs. And the base speed of this thing is going to be... Get that right. Okay, so just get a good idea of how this is going to look. I just wanted to visualize it here. Okay, so what we essentially need to do is feed in gears. Not gears. Well, yes, gears is one of them. But so we need to feed in pulleys, small gears, and wood. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the excess wood that we've got, and I don't want to pull it all off of this line. The reason being is that will slow all the machines down in front of it. So if we pull wood from back here, everything back here will slow down everything back this way. So I guess it'd be easier to show you. So if I'm pulling wood from this line, for instance like this, all right, and we're taking that wood out of this line now, right? Just do it like this so you can kind of get a good visual of it. We're pulling wood out of this line, and every bit that we're pulling right here is wood that, or I'm saying it backwards. Whenever this back here is pulling wood, it's going to reduce the amount of wood available at this end. So I don't want to pull it all off the line, is the short and simple way of saying it. I don't want to pull it all off the line. Here, let me get my HUD back up. Let's delete all these. So what I'm going to do is redirect some of the wood. We're feeding the wood into the line from this mushroom production back here. Just to make sure that that doesn't shut off and that our fertilizer doesn't shut off. And I did extend our fertilizer line. This is being fed by our advanced fertilizer line. It's running all the way down in here. It doesn't use much, so it is fine to extend it because this is going to use very little fertilizer because it's only 2 machines producing the flax to feed this. So it should not use much fertilizer. And this is our finished pulleys coming out. And it should be coming out at a base speed of 60 a minute because I've got 4 assemblers here making them. And then, so what we need for Jupiter is, the math works out to be 600 a minute pulleys, 1800 a minute small gears, and 1200 a minute wood planks, right? But if you just divide all that by 10 and make it simple, so it's 60, 180, and 120. That's much smaller numbers, easier to achieve, right? If you think of it, divide it by 20, but divide it by 10, it's much easier to think of. So we need to get 60 pulleys per minute, which we've got. And now we need 180 per minute small gears and 120 per minute wood. Well, 120 per minute wood is just about exactly what this line right here produces. In fact, it's like 24, 24, 24. It's 24 times 5, and that is like 119 wood a minute. So we're off by 1 if my math is right. 5 times 4 is 20. No, so it should be. It should be 120. Yeah, it's almost like the developers thought this out. And now I'm realizing it. So all we really have to do is redirect all the wood on this line and send it out this way to this machine. Now the placement of all this is going to be a little tricky, but now I've got a blueprint ready for our gears. And I made this, it's fairly simple. All I really did, when I realized how simple it was, I was like, oh my gosh, that's dumb. This right here is this exact machine making rope. Up to here, it's making rope. Actually, no, it's not even that far. It's right here making the linen fiber. So the flax is coming in, and it's getting ground into the little fibers, and then it's making the linen thread right here. Well, it's the exact same machine. The only thing I changed was I converted these to make gears instead of the linen thread. So all we have to do is feed wood in back here. It's going to grind it into the large gears. That's going to run through the machine into the processors to make small gears. And the only problem is this is not making 180. This is making 120 a minute. Because each one of these, there's 6 of them and each one makes 20. So it's 120 a minute. So we're going to be a little bit short on that. But I thought, you know, what the heck? Why don't we just double it? The math doesn't math. But it's okay. Because we're not making enough of the other items anyways. So let's confirm that. Let's stack it on top. And now we're making 240 a minute if we can feed it enough wood. So we basically just input raw wood in the back. And I am just going to pull that off of this line, I think. I'm trying to think of a better way to do it. Because this right here is producing 240 a minute wood. But we are spending a lot of it, burning it for fuel to run our advanced fertilizer. So... Huh. Oh, that's run out of stone? Has that run out of stone? It has. I forgot. I had to pick up that purchasing portal. Crap. There it is. It ran out of stone. I'm glad I caught that. There we go. All right, that's back up and running. But anyways, so all we got to really do is piece all this together now. I think we've got what we need. We just got to pull enough wood. And I think that's going to be the limiting factor. So I could probably put down a couple of table saws just to make a little extra wood to feed all of this. And at the end, we're going to be fine. I don't really want... so I guess enough yapping. Let's just piece it together and see what happens. I haven't really sat down and done all of the math on this, but the base numbers being divided by 10 should make it work as long as we can feed it enough wood is going to be is going to be our limiting factor. So we need 6 inputs and so 6 inputs. Let me think about that for a second. Actually, that would be something to think about. So 6 inputs. We need. Would probably just mean we need 1 line of pulleys, right? 2 lines of wood. So that's 60, 120. Yeah. If each belt is worth 60, so that's your pulleys. And then we need 2 belts of wood planks come in, and then 3 belts of the small gears. I think this is gonna work. I was overwhelmed by the numbers until I realized. It's just divide it by 10, so I think this is going to work out. Now, it won't be running at full speed, but it'll at least be up and running and starting to produce something. And I think that's going to be key. We need to at least get something going. So let's take this machine right here, and we're going to turn it. The alternative to get it to make enough wood is to just fill up this entire room making wood and flax and you know, to try and squeeze out the full maximum potential of this. And that's something we'll work on later, but for now, I just want it working, right? So how do we need to set this up? I don't want it to touch. I want to leave a little bit of room for belts. And I think I'm just going to slap it. Let me get 2 rooms. 2 spaces for belts because we're going to need to pick them up too. All right, so I'm just going to pull wood off of here. Alternatively, I could put some table saws at the top and feed some wood down. I'm going to do that too. I'm going to make sure this gets enough wood. So I'll feed the bottom off of the rail and the top off of a couple of these for a belt to come in the back to feed then the wood. We'll put down a purchasing portal down here. We need it to snap right there. That's going to work fine, so we need to feed that from this rail. Set this up to buy wood. We're just going to grind it like that right there. All right, now pick this line, this wood up to here. Oops, that's backwards. Right here. Nope, nope, nope. Rotate it. Feed up. There we go. And lastly, just snap that into place. And that's going to feed that with wood. Okay, it's going to fill up. I don't suppose I've got any wood in my extra storage boxes. I was playing around with a few things, had to clean up, and didn't like it, so I tossed it and had a bunch of limestone in my inventory. Oh, I could have used that to feed that machine over there. Oh, well. Let's get this wood down into this machine now. So we will know we were going to pull from this rail right here. Now the trick is just to make sure I get it at the right height. We want it to feed out into our machines. And that is the correct height. Okay. So we're going to take it. I need to feed, blah, 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 blah. There's 6 inputs, right? So right here is one, and we'll feed it over and over. Alternate, you know what? It's not going to work that way. We'll just run one line. We're going to be limited by belt speed either way. So we'll just feed it like this. Let's see, we want to go off the second rail. Oops. Like that. That's what we want. Now there's our wood coming in from the bottom. Now I want to feed this wood up here into the second row. Let's see if we can get this to snap in. That looks good. Now we'll need to put a lab stand right there, and we need this to go one more. So we got to feed 6 right there. So I actually want this to come right here. And I'm going to drop this line right here instead. So we'll just block it up. We want it to pay out like that. Take the input here. And now we just need to put down lab stands. Oh, not that many. Get in there. There we go. Block this off so we can reach the next level. And I'll run our rail across. I don't know if that's going to be enough wood into that line, but like I said, this should be producing 240 a minute, so it's actually more than we need. So now we need to feed all of this into these 3 outputs, or inputs right here. And we're going to have 3 lines coming out. 1, 2, 3. No, we've got... Uh-oh, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we got 4. Okay. Now, how do we want to do this? I guess something like that. That'll take that one. And now we need this one to feed from there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, these 2 need to combine. So I want to take this one off of this rail and drop it down to the floor. Now we've got 2 inputs into 3. Well, it's not going to be a big deal. We'll just do it like this. That's going to be that one. And then these two, I actually probably should not join them. I'll let them come separately. Like that. And then this one will join that line. There we go. That's 4 into 3. I think the top line is going to be producing the least anyway, so I joined those two lines, the top two, into themselves, because we're going to be limited by how much wood. That's only going to be producing 60 wood a minute, so it's going to be less than the bottom line, I'm fairly certain. But anyways, there's our gears. Let's set our recipe now that the research is finished. Jupiter, okay. Now, all we got to do now is take our wood from here, and I am going to see if I can pick it all up. I'll let that feed into the line, because there's some in this box, and it is feeding the line. So I'll let that stay there. Let's bulk delete a lot of this stuff here. Like that. And I do want some to fuel this. I did pull off a little bit to fuel that, and that's fine. But the vast majority of it I want coming out of here. So I actually want to take this bottom rail conveyor belt and run it like this. So that they're all flowing this direction now, which should still feed that just fine right there. Yeah, that's going to be good. And now we just got to take it over there and feed it into the machine. And we want to split this into two lines. I didn't account for that. I guess I can run it like this. Well, I guess this is how I'm going to run it. Whether it works this way or not, this is how I'm going to do it. Oops, didn't want to go that way. Like that. That looks good. Yep. Now we just got to cross over this. Yeah, we're just going to cross over it. I was thinking if I could use one of those little cross-feed tools, but I don't think it'll work. We're going to pick this line up right here, go across, copy that, paste it, and then we want to do the opposite on the other side. We want to hit T so that it goes out, pay it from there, copy that, paste it, run our belts across to there and to there. All right, now we're getting close. We're getting close, guys. I think this is gonna turn out to be decent. I hope the numbers work out well. There's a wood coming in from there. And there's our wood going into there. Oh yeah, that looks good. That looks good. That looks good. You know what? I'm thinking about it. I am going to upgrade my belt speed just to make sure that's not an issue. So our belts will be running another, what, 15% faster? Or 15 per minute? Yeah. Turn up my belt speed. I only had one upgrade point, so that's all I can do. And now, this isn't, like, this is making a mess with belts everywhere, but I'll try and keep it as clean as I can. I am going to join two of these lines into one and feed this guy like that. Oh my gosh. Is it actually that easy? I hope so. That's the end of day 102. I think it's just going to be like a slow production. I think it'll be fine. Like, it'll work. It'll just be slow. Because we're only going to be producing like 1/10 instead of a full 1 per minute. You know what I mean? The math isn't mathing out to make 1 per minute. We're just going to be making like 0.1 a minute. But I will. Let's see what else was on that research tree while we're waiting on all this to fill up. There was a couple other things here. What is this? A knowledge altar. A device that can withdraw alchemy knowledge automatically from relics and upgrade knowledge level with one conveyor belt input. A relic shelf. A shelf of adjustable size for displaying and selling relics. Oh, we can sell them too. Oh, cool. Let's start the research on this knowledge altar. Does that mean I'm going to gain levels? It withdraws alchemy knowledge and upgrade knowledge level. Oh my gosh. Are we going to level up with that? There's no way to see, like, how many XP points you have or anything. I thought it was just every time you got to a new research tier, or turned in the quest. I guess the main quest is when you gain the levels. I'm going to try that. Build that. What do I need to build this? Oh my gosh, I hope it's not crazy. Oh, it's just stone? That's stupid easy. Oh my gosh, it's working! Look, it's working! And it is not turning off. It's running constantly. So it's at least somewhat balanced. It's balanced enough that it works. Yeah, this wood right here is going to be a little bit slow, so it may not stay that way. Because it is also trying to feed this machine to burn the, turn that into charcoal powder. Oh, that belt right there is wrong. There's part of our problem. Let me just delete that belt. I'm going to delete the top one as well. Yeah, that belt is flowing the wrong direction. That's part of our problem. Why is it trying to go the wrong way? Can you do what I want you to? There. Now, put down the lab stand and connect that belt. Yeah, now that's working. Now that's working. Hopefully that belt will be a little bit faster now. Oh, I want to see one of these roll off the line. How long is this going to take? Oh, we're 35%. 36%. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so I got time to probably do a quest then. Let's see if we can make a little cash. Random quest for linen and transformation potions. Oh, that's really easy. 20 linen I've got back here. I'm just going to grab them off the line, because why not? I don't want them any extras in my inventory. So there's 20 of those. And transformation potions. Oh, we probably need to fill this guy back up. It's getting low. Time to do a refill on that. All right, 25 silver coins. That is a stupid good price. So I reworked this a little bit, and it is working a lot better now. We are feeding only silver coins onto our belts, on all belts. It's only silver coins now. So whenever I have copper coins in inventory, I just stick them in one of these boxes. All the cash register cash is coming in on the copper coins, and it's going into these storage boxes. Now, they're just there as a buffer. They're not actually, they're really not catching any coins. They're just there as a buffer. But it's being turned into silver. This top one is going to the lower floor rail. And then this one, this second bank portal is turning those copper coins into silver coins and sending them up to the second floor. I've still got my piggy bank here with any excess that we get. But essentially everything on the lower floor comes all the way back around and feeds in and should be fired up to the second floor. Because the second floor is using a lot more money than the first floor, even though there's a very few machines. They're all very expensive. They're using coal, they're using rotten logs, and that is much more expensive than the stuff we're using downstairs. So, 62%. We're getting close, guys. Yeah, and this is what I was afraid would happen. You see the wood is not staying full down there on that second rail. So the gears are not going to be coming out as fast. I guess I could build another machine to feed it more wood, but for now, we're nearly done. We're at 83%, and I noticed on the top it is growing bigger and bigger. We're at 99%, almost there. A couple more seconds, and we should have it. There's our relic. Jupiter hitting the knowledge altar. And now what does this do? Obtain XP. Upgrade progress. Oh, now this consumes it. Oh, cool, cool. Well, let's see what happens when it finishes. Oh, I got a new skill point! Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, that's so cool. So we're just gonna gain XP off this? I was wondering why the upgrade tree seems so massive. I was like, there's no way we'll ever finish this. That's how we're gonna do it. Okay, okay. So I'm assuming we should probably balance our machine speed with our belt speed with that upgrade point. And now we're just gonna gain free XP, like basically AFK. I don't even have to do anything for this. It's all up and running. It's not running 100% efficient. It's like 90% efficient. But I don't have to lift a finger for this, and we can come back and revisit it, redesign it, add more resources to it later. Like this line right here is still just a little bit slow. But with our belt, if we get our belt speed up to match like the, what is it, 120? What would that be? How many upgrades would that be? I think it's 5. 15 a minute, 15 a minute is 30. That's 60. So is that, are we running 120 right now? Right? Because that's 15 and 15 is 30, 15 and 15 is 30. So that should be 60 belt speed. We should be running 120 belt speed right now. Well, that's really cool. So, well, if we're running 120 belt speed, it should just be ripping everything off this line. There should not be any wood backing up on this at all. Huh. I don't know. Maybe my math is wrong. Maybe I need one more level in belt speed. But anyways, we got our Jupiter Relic up and running. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section. Is there anything I missed? Any tips you could provide? I'd be greatly appreciative. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing so you don't miss the future episode. Hit the thumbs up button if you like this video, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.